job. You've done an incredible job since day one, since you've been there. Let's start with you seeing Joran Vandersloot. Did you talk to him? What was his demeanor? What'd you take in?
You know, he was walking fast, and they were getting him out of his cell so we could go in, but there we were, and he walked right by, and he had this bright orange shirt on. It looked brand new, actually, brand spanking new, and then he had some light pants on, and so he went really fast, but it was him. We caught it on our camera, and then right after that, we went into the cell. You know, to even get in Castro, Mike, we had to go through a lot because, first of all, they allowed us access exclusively to go in there. But we had to give our electronic fingerprints when we went in there. They took our passports from us. They took a picture of us. And we had to go through, each one of us, one of those full body scans that they're doing now at some airports. It was quite a procedure to get in, but they really took us around everywhere inside that prison except some of the smaller units that they thought were too high security for us with the prisoners.
All right, Jean, we're looking again at the footage of Joran Vandersloot's prison cell. Was it as filthy as it looks? I mean, what'd you think?
You know, Mike, it was really nice. It wasn't bad at all. The floor was like a wooden floor, but it was like the synthetic wood, you know, not real wood, but it was bright and shiny, and it was very, very clean. Of course, they knew we were coming in, so maybe they cleaned it up this morning. I don't know, one way or the other. But the bed was pretty comfortable. I mean, the blanket was pretty thick. You wouldn't be cold. It's very moderate in there. It wasn't cold. The temperature was warm, and it's very cold here because it's winter. So he's not going to suffer as far as temperature-wise. But it's the toilet, the hole in the floor, that was the worst part of his cell.
Gotcha. You know, we've talked, Gene, a lot about this newfound friend, the Colombian hitman, who's known as the Clown. Did you see him? Did you take in any interaction between the two?
No, didn't see him, but it's just one, you like walk down a hallway and all the cells are on the right. So the Colombian hitman, allegedly the hitman, is not in front of him or directly adjacent to him. He'd have to be to his side. So they couldn't look at each other when they're in their cells. If they spoke, they'd have to just talk and listen to one another. Okay.
Gene, we want to get to some more of your exclusive footage. We know that you had a chance to walk in the courtyard amongst other inmates. Let's watch that. We'll get your reaction coming out.
I think we're right in here with the prisoners right now. Look how close we are. We've got guards all around us, though. But we are in Castro. General population. The recreational area. So they allow them to recreate and come out.
There's a gym in there.
There's a gym in there. There's the weight machine. That's just what we heard, that they were able to do exercises in the gymnasium.
Again, some incredible access. This is, again, Castro prison. Gene, were you frightened at all?
You know, you psych yourself, you're going in, you know there's danger there, you know there could be some danger, but you really don't think about it, but you're aware and you're cautious, and that was my mindset going in. And we had officers around us as we walked, but they don't carry any guns or batons or any weapons at all on them as they walk around. None of them. There are 50 guards in there per day, 150 total, and not one of them carries a weapon on them in case anything gets out of hand.
Okay, as you walked in the courtyard, seemingly amongst inmates, did anything strike you, surprise you about the atmosphere that you were taking in, Gene?
That I was able to talk with anybody I wanted to talk to. I walked up to felon after felon and just started talking to them. And some were in for drugs. I asked, are we amongst murderers here? And they said yes, but there are some murderers here. A lot of them told me that they wanted to get out. They didn't want to be in there, but they knew they were going to be in there a long time. And they told me maybe they were programmed. They knew all the officials were standing close by. They told me conditions were good, that under the circumstances they were able to take their arts and crafts classes and do so much, and that it was palatable for them since they had to spend the duration of their life in there.
All right, we're going to continue with Gene Casares coming up. Gene had talked about it. We're going to see a glimpse of a face-to-face interview Gene had with a couple of inmates in Castro prison, where Joran Vandersloot is being held in the murder of Stephanie Flores Ramirez. We'll take your calls, 1-877-TEL-HLN.